Greetings, Oregon Trail Association. Mac Bisek, your Executive Director, once again with a November video update. I'm going to try to go rapid fire here. We've got about 8 items I want to get through. Just some quick keeping you in the know. The $1,000 in unallowable cost expenses application is now open. Many of you have already submitted requests, but I have a link in the email for that form, so that way you can utilize some of the OTA state funding to make those purchases that are typically unallowable through your grant. So feel free to submit those and I can go ahead and get those processed so you, your staff, or your students can start benefiting from those. During the NAIOP conference at our business meeting, we had a conversation around looking at increasing the membership costs again for 2024. The board just met and we are finalizing details for what that's looking like. I will send a summary of once it is officially determined and what that process is going to look like. But it is looking like we're going to be going to a model that's based on a percentage of your GAN. And that 0.15% seems to be in the lead at the moment. But again, I will send a confirmation to you all outlining what exactly the cost will look like and what the steps will be for paying membership in 2024. But once again, just kind of wanted to summarize, we're looking at tying it to a percentage of your GAN and having that be at a 0.15. So to calculate that, take your GAN, multiply it by 0.0015, and that would be the membership cost for your program. So if you have any questions on any of this, please reach out to me directly and I can help alleviate any concerns you may have. I wanted to touch on the student advisory boards. Once again, we are currently accepting applications. Part of that application is a TRIO staff like checklist form or recommendation form. So be on the lookout for those. We're kind of asking a lot of the staff to almost invite your kind of overachiever, your go-getter students to apply for that. We're looking for 1 student from every SSS or McNair grant. So if you have multiple grants, you can have multiple students. So deadline is Friday, November 17th for those students to apply. Also with a deadline of Friday, November 17th is our Winter Last Mile Scholarship Awards. So make sure you are encouraging and assisting your students in that process as well, so that way they can get funding for the start of winter term. I want to take a moment to touch on the FAFSA Plus program. So this is a partnership with OSAC where you can track a specific cohort of students. Now, from what I've heard, this is typically more used by the pre-college programs to track their seniors who's completed FAFSA or Oregon Promise, but this tool is available to the college programs as well. I mostly heard that you can get this information through your financial aid offices, but if you do have any interest as a college program of tracking your specific cohort, please let me know. I'm meeting with Lori Ellis, who is the head of the FAFSA Plus program for OSAC, and just making some clear processes to try to make sure that all of our locations and sites that want to be able to track this once that FAFSA opens this year have the ability to do so. And it's also a way for us to just be a good partner and collaborator with the state to ensure that we are encouraging that financial aid processes are getting completed. So next, I wanted to touch on some of the APR dates that have been posted out. These got sent on the listserv, and I'll list them out in the email here. They're up on the screen here. But I wanted to make sure you just have those and kind of are aware when you will likely need to be getting into that G5 system and uploading your APR. For OTA's sake, we typically like to collect all that information as well, so that way we can create the fact book and have up-to-date data and demographics and statistics on all the TRIO students in our states. But I'm going to wait until into January to send that form out once we're in the new year, so that way you can submit that information to us and we can aggregate it all on behalf of the whole state. I wanted to touch once again on the study abroad opportunities. So there is the $20,000 in funding that OTA can use to help support these students. We're going to be splitting those. Half of those funds can help support the high school students. So if they go on our website, they can apply right now using that link for any of the summer programs they wish. Again, try to make sure one of the 3 destinations they're choosing is a language program, as those have a higher likelihood of getting scholarships for the tuition portion. And then we can track those students who have gotten scholarships and include them in our process to award some funding to help cover the flight costs for students who want to go on those opportunities. Similarly, for the college students, we have $10,000 as well. If you have a student who's looking at doing one of the programs through CIEE, they can also use the link that's there on the website and will allow us to track those students' progress and keep track of who applied. There's additionally kind of a separate pool of scholarships available for those students, particularly the community college students who are looking to attend, and we are still finalizing what that application and what that process is going to look like for those students to apply. If you have a study abroad program at your institution, we are encouraging those students to pursue those opportunities, and we will be rolling out soon, similar to the CIEE college student opportunities, but we will be rolling out an application to help support students with funds to help cover flight costs and some of the other travel costs associated with those opportunities. So what you need to do is just kind of pursue those opportunities, or encourage your students to pursue the study abroad opportunities, knowing that there will be funds available to help support some of those students. So if you have any thoughts or questions, we are still tweaking some of the final details of what this will look like. So please let me know, or I can bring you in and meet with you and just have a conversation so we can distribute these funds in a way that makes sense and is equitable to our students. Lastly, once again, I just wanted to highlight that if you have any interest in taking advantage of some of these free services that were offered by a couple of vendors at NAIOP, the Cambridge Educational Services are direct student support services that are offered through this vendor, and we have some credits that programs can apply for and potentially use to utilize those services. Additionally, the Innovative Educators still has 2 workshops available for anybody that wants to participate, so please just reach out to me directly if you're interested in either of these, and I can get you the right information you need to pursue those opportunities. So with that, I don't have any further updates. Definitely want to do a huge thank you and shout out to everybody who has stepped up and is serving on the variety of committees and initiatives that we have going on that helps make sure that your voices are central to the work that we are doing here at the Oregon Trail Association. And I hope you all have a good rest of your fall. Take care.